Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's your host, Dave Fonseca with What's the Tea? And we cannot start a video without you know what? You know it. And before actually we pour the tea, I just want to give a really wonderful shout out to my amazing client Marie, who's been watching these videos and she's like, all your bitches need to be sipping. So cheers Marie, happy holidays. Thank you so much for the new prop. Here we go, we're gonna fill her up. We're gonna go heavy on the pour today. It's a heavy topic. Cheers. So today's topic, we're gonna talk about family. And it, for me, is a really deep, sometimes dark, and really emotional topic. Mostly because 16 years ago, I decided to sever a relationship with my family. And one of the things that I've always been looking for is acceptance in a family structure. And when inevitably you date someone, you also date their family. So for me, when I got together with my ex and got introduced to his family, his mom, his sister, his grandmother, great aunt, several other people, I was just welcomed with such open arms, with so much love and, attention and respect and, all those things that you want when you're, coming in and being introduced as the plus one to someone. And not for 1 second did I ever not feel accepted by my ex's family. And with divorce, you also have to break up with the family. For some people, there's children involved and, other things that make a complete sever really, really difficult. For me, as I was going through the beginning stages of the divorce, I had to take a second and stop and think about what was best for me in the situation. As much as it really, really hurt to cut that cord with a family I've been a part of for 10 years, I had to make the decision in that moment that I had to take care of me in the best way possible, and that also meant I had to put up some walls to protect myself because there was no one else out there to protect me, as in like my own family and things like that. Even though I loved and cared for his family, a breakup was in order. And it was one of the most difficult things with the separation of our entities as a couple, saying goodbye to people I've loved and respected for so long. And the reason being for that decision is, so it's having some internal thoughts with myself, and this dialogue kept running that all this stuff is going down and it's getting ugly, and for me, I think it's in my best interest to sever ties, because at the end of the day, although his family might respect where I'm coming from, they'll never truly understand. And in the end, when the divorce was finalized, I was actually really grateful I never had to, have any words about what I was going through in that divorce with his family, so that way it kept everything completely separate, and I didn't have to worry about hurting anyone's feelings or questioning loyalties, and more importantly, questioning a mother's love, because you just can't do that. Especially when you're dealing with such a phenomenal mother, such as my ex-mother-in-law is. It was something I just couldn't bear to harm her in a way that I could never apologize for, or it would take so long to have her come to terms with it that I didn't want that pressure on her. I'm sitting here having my first, holiday spirit that I've had since 2015, and one of the things that I always think about is the traditions that I was a part of when I was a part of my ex and his family. And I think that's one of the reasons why I went rogue last year and completely boycotted all of the holidays and literally separated myself from anything that had to do with family, gathering, anything that showed a lot of love, to have that sense of family, which is something I always wanted, to then have to decide to take it away, was one of the saddest parts about the divorce. I think with the history of 10 plus years with someone and being a part of their yearly traditions, whether it be birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, you name it, you build a rapport and you come to almost expect, that invitation and that welcoming. And when I entered holidays of 2017, I knew I didn't have that anymore. And I really had to sit back and say, you know what? It was great while it lasted. Yes, I'm going to miss it dearly. But at the end of the day, I'm doing what's right for me. I feel so much better in 2018 having already cut the cord and come to terms with that loss, that familial loss, that one thing that I've always wanted in life. And knowing that there's, tons of opportunities out there for me to feel part of other, engagements and holidays and things like that. So I don't feel quite so sad this year, which is really nice. So we're going to say cheers to no sadsies, okay? So ending a relationship with the family is so circumstantial, and I think it is so important to weigh the pros and cons of what that ending will be and being okay with what those terms are. No, there's no one rule for each person, each situation, each relationship to determine whether you should or shouldn't. As I wake up each morning and as I go through holiday after holiday and birthday and this and that, I always wish the very best for them. I have no ill will. I want nothing but the utmost for them. I want them to be healthy. I want them to live long lives. I want them to be super happy. And I want them to, enjoy their family unit. That was something that was a privilege that I was welcomed into. It wasn't a right. And I am very thankful and I'm very grateful for all those years of companionship and, being a part of something that I wasn't able to be a part of previously. And, just honoring the love and respect that you have for other people and that family setting that you're brought into. So one of the biggest life lessons I learned about being in such a wonderful family unit is, and I'm going to give a huge shout out here, and it's something I haven't done publicly. My ex's mother, from the very first moment I met her, was the kindest, warmest, most gentle, and you can feel it coming through her skin, the most loving human that I've had the pleasure of meeting. And of course, here I was, a young 24-year-old, scared out of my pants, being like, oh my gosh, I'm meeting the mother. And the first time I met her, she was like, don't call me by her name. It was, you can call me mom. And from that day forward, I refer to her as mom. And I have to say, with the background that I have, the family that I was born into, I finally learned in my mid-20s what a real mother is, what a real mother possesses, and what endless love a mother gives. And it was beautiful to be a recipient of that. And, I never compared her to my mother because they're two different people and there is no comparison. And to have 10 years of being treated as if she birthed me, wow, it gives me chills just thinking about it. It is so special, and I'm so thankful and so grateful. And I'm so sorry that things ended the way they did. And, I never thought I would be sitting here recording a video publicly declaring my admiration for this woman, but she definitely deserves the Mother of the Year award in my eyes, because the one thing that she taught me that my mother didn't teach me was that endless love, that no matter what you do, yes, she might be disappointed in you, but she still loves you. And that is the most beautiful gift. And to not really ever feel that in my youth, to then experience it in my adult years, it is something that I'm going to take with me forever and ever, because that's how we should treat people, and that's how we should treat our friends and our loved ones and, our partners it should be an endless love that knows no boundaries. There's no limits. It is seriously the most wonderful feeling I have when I think about her. And as much as I would love to call her up on the phone or thank her, I'm just going to put it out into the universe that she was an amazing, amazing person. And I'm like, whew, I get a little teary-eyed thinking about it because I've never been treated like that. And it doesn't make me bitter towards my own mother, but it definitely makes me realize there's a mom and there's a mother, and they are two different people with two different character traits, with two different gifts. And it was a privilege to receive that. So I just enjoyed feeling a part of something that I hadn't gotten to be a part of for a very long time. So I'm still going to spend this holiday alone with my dog, but I'm a much happier person. I'm not bitter this year. And I just want to say happy holidays to everybody and to my former family. Thank you for so many great memories. As always, thanks for joining. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, ask me any questions. If you want to know anything, I'm happy to talk about it in further detail. And happy holidays to you and yours. Cheers.